So I want everybody to close your eyes, and without opening them, please close your eyes now and open them when I say so. Just raise your hand if you ever felt that you were depressed, that you were not worthy, or that you just didn't have your shit together. Raise your hand if you have ever felt like that in your life. Okay, put your hands down. Now open your eyes. I started my career as a photographer, um, and it was so funny because I thought that I was just doing my business. I was just starting a business, but my clients kept telling me, "Dude, you really have a superpower. My cousin doesn't look even that pretty in the real life, but in your photos, she looks amazing." And I was like, "Wow, I do have a superpower." But for me, it was so amazing that I was just capturing a moment and seeing someone for the way that they truly are. Let me take you a couple steps back. Had a job, a very good job in a multinational company, and I used to do marketing for Nivea for Latin America, or how we say it, Nivea. But I was in charge of Latin America, so I had the dreamiest job. But I decided that I wanted to be a photographer, and everybody thought that I was crazy. So I was like, okay, then I have to do it. That was me. So I started doing that. A couple years after, lucky husband met me. So we ended up getting married. We had to get married here in the States because I am from Guatemala. He is from Guatemala. We couldn't get married there legally. So we decided to move to Texas. We like a challenge. We're Latins, spice it up. But we moved to Austin, this amazing bubble that we live in. So we started from scratch again. We built a business, a bakery. We started in a farmer's market, and that little stand changed our lives. 2020 came, we had this huge opportunity to do a pop-up store in front of the convention center doing South by Southwest. So we were like, wow, this is it for us. The Friday before, we had 25,000 cookies ready to get baked, and the world came into a pandemic officially. South by gets canceled, and we had to do the most Austinite thing there is to do. Let's go to a brewery. After a few years in, my husband just created a post for Twitter asking for help, telling our followers, our 240 followers, that we were stuck with 25,000 cookies, and if someone wanted cookies, this is the moment. So by Sunday, we had 100 orders from people, from our customers from the farmers market. Super cool. We go to bed, and then at 11 p.m., our phones just blew, like boom, 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 boom. We woke up. Turned out that Busy Phillips, she's a famous actress, she saw our story, she retweeted it, and we woke up to 700 orders. An e-commerce business that we never thought we were going to have. That week, the Wall Street Journal call, it was crazy. Univision, Telemundo, everybody talking about our story. We ended up selling 35,000 cookies in 3 weeks. And from there, everything went up. We were on top of the world. We were unstoppable. I truly felt that we really made it. And years came, our confidence really built up, and I said to myself, this is the time that we need to start telling our story because the eyes are on us. So I started just emailing every journalist. I just look in the emails. I'm like, I'm just going to try. I'll give them whatever they want. The immigrant angle, the gay couple angle. I'll make it work. Just tell me what you need and I'll do it. And it worked. We ended up in the gift bags at the Oscars. We did a collaboration with Imagine Dragons. We did a panel with Richard Branson. Ridiculous. So everything was going well. We got an investor, and for legal reasons, I cannot go into the details, but let's just say that we were asked to stop telling our story. We were asked to not be true to who we were and to just talk about the flavors of the cookies. And we said no. That no cost us everything. We lost the business, but not only that, I lost my confidence. I felt like the most stupid person in the room. I was not able to apply for a Starbucks barista job because I didn't believe in myself. I was like, this is too much. I'm gonna be an Uber driver. What happens if Google Map doesn't work? If I run out of gasoline, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I felt like everything that I touched, that I created from zero to that high, everything that I was going to touch was gonna come down. The problem and the hardest part of all of this was that we were still doing networking, going to a lot of events. We know that Austin loves networking events, and we had to pretend every event with the shiny stuff that was happening without telling our true story. So that really brought us way, way down. I got into a very deep depression. Thankfully, my husband was able to help me out. He got me into therapy. I had to do some medication, and I went out. And then I grabbed my camera and I started taking photos again. I started just going to events, to just walks, and bringing my camera to whatever caught my eye. What I realized when every single time that I went back to those photos and I wanted to edit them and see what was there, every single time were those little humans with an emotion, with that energy. And that was what was feeding me what I needed to get back to the point where I am today. So if you raise your hand in the beginning, please could you stand up? I just want you to look around and please make this time to remind yourselves that you're not alone, that we're all going through our shit, and we are all going to get out of it because we can. Thank you.